skills did I don't think I do. I don't think I yawned. I don't think I yawned. Hi Derpy, how are you? It's fine. It's time for the final class trial. I don't think I buy anymore. I did not. Did not buy anymore. Okay, yeah, I got it. Oh, this should be fine. I can't lower it anymore, or else we won't have any. I wonder who the traitor is, bro. All right. All right, let's see how this goes.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. Oh my, Monami? My cute little sister? You're awfully quiet. What's happened to you? You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit?
Damn, she does not give a shit about what Monokuma is saying.
Chesto!
Jesus. Still nothing? Okay.
One more time! Jeez! How about this one? This will be my final blow!
Wow, Monami is just taking it at this point.
It's useless.
Please stop! I feel bad for Monomi.
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monami. The class trial has started, after all. The victim this time is Nagito, who is attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake. Who in the world killed him? I'm so curious.
If he was killed for trying to reveal the traitor, that traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
No, that might not be it.
Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Wait. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Don't say something so stupid! There's no way in hell I'm the traitor!
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
The traitor and the killer who murdered Nagito is here, right? Are they the same person? Or... make your argument. Okay. We're gonna go through.
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up! I'm telling you, they were torturing him!
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito!
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place! If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first!
That was Fuyuhiko!
I found it by coincidence.
Well, I should have went through these beforehand. I don't see any contradictions on the top of my head. Both Nagito's legs were tied up with rope, and each rope was tied to nearby pillars, which prevented him from moving. His thighs were also covered with a lot of stab wounds. The rope that was tied to Nagito's right arm burned off. However, Nagito's right sleeve looked clean. I know it's Nagito, but at this point I've been saying Nagito the entire time, that it's just too late to switch. A survival knife that was stabbed through Nagito's hand. Nagito's right hand. The knife is from the military base. It's safe to assume that the wounds on Nagito's legs and left arm were caused by this knife. Blood on hand, the blood splatter, yeah, that's not important. Duct tape. I don't remember what my truth bullets were.
There's no way I'd torture someone!
Monokuma plushie,
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
I don't know.
Crap! The killer didn't tape...
Monokuma knew all along that the bombs were fake. However, he apparently revealed that fact to anyone. Apparently he never revealed that fact to anyone. I'll give you hints for this one trial. Oh, is it hard? I bet it is, because I have no idea what the heck I'm doing. So it's not any of these. The life-size Monokuma plushie that was found on the floor near the fire's origin point. It was huge, but has a huge bloody hole in its stomach as if it was stabbed. Found at the fire's origin point, it looks like this was what caused the fire. I just want this one to move faster. Oh wow. Okay. Sunny's account. None of these make any sense. And yeah, it is complicated. What the fuck?
Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
Damn it! The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
There's no blood on the duct tape. That's true.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured...
No, that's wrong!
No, that's wrong. Alright, I got it. I got it.
But Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything. If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that.
I'm prepared.
Oh, fuck me.
Ah, I just realized it. It's a trap.
Trap?
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap.
Stupid. You know it's bad when he starts calling you stupid.
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you'd obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated. Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped, you'd obviously assume he couldn't talk. But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
I can't back down!
Yes! Oh.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention. This is how at first, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut. Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap.
They taped Nagito's mouth after getting information from him? True, this sounds reasonable. That clearly contradicts the truth. If he had listened to me to the very end, I wouldn't have to go through trouble repeating
Pay
it.
attention. This is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got in. Then, after they killed him,
Fuck.
Damn it!
like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you'd obviously assume he couldn't talk. But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to...
Pay attention. This first, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut.
Crap!
Pay attention. This is how first, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut.
Contradictions at first weak point?
Whew, that was close, you guys.
That's not what I meant to do. I was like, I'm pretty sure it says that
Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap. Pay attention. This is how... First, the killer tortured Nagi and got information about the bomb's location.
okay.
Crap!
Pay attention. This is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location.
I don't know what it is.
Crap!
Pay attention. This is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagi and got information about the bomb's location.
Yeah, the...
Crap!
Pay attention. This is how it went down. First, the killer tortured and got information about the bomb's location.
None of this makes any sense.
Crap!
Pay attention. This is how it went down. First, the killer and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut.
Doesn't help. That 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 doesn't help. That
Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap. Pay attention, this is how it went. First, the killer tortured and got information about the bomb's location. Crap! Pay attention, this is how it went down.
Tape?
First, the killer tortured Nagi and got information about the bomb's location. Crap!
It's because underneath it doesn't have blood on it, so if they would have tortured him beforehand, there would be blood on his face.
Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him... Allow me to cut through those words!
Duct tape has to be the answer, like, that has to be it. I just don't understand why it's not.
No, there's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
What did you say?
Who cares about the duct tape? We might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors.
We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
Why do you always side with Hajime? Do you have a crush on him or something?
Are you in elementary school or something?
You were with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right? The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds, which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so he wouldn't be able to scream. Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer?
If so, it's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard. If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
We can't think of any other reason.
But who could have done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
Yeah. And right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the very back.
Which means, it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
The killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
Some kind of setup? Like what?
I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazingly high intellect. Alrighty then, let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
Damn right it is!
Damn. The reason for the fire, huh? They're right, we need to clear that up first.
The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
Should be.
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
Crap!
Jesus
The direct cause of the fire, the oil lighter found at
The killer used some... He lit the curtain on fire.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
I agree. What?
Crap!
Damn it.
The direct cause of the oil lighter found at
The killer used some... He lit the curtain on fire.
some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil?
They probably just based on the shape of that oil lighter. It can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Or perhaps opening the door caused...
Crap!
Damn.
This is my... We will never give up!
I don't under... What is wrong with what I said? Oh.
The direct cause of the fire was... the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Or perhaps opening the door caused... intense wind pressure to tip over the lighter. The direct cause of the fire was... the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
The killer used some kind of setup.
I didn't remember. What
He
am I
lit the
not
curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Or perhaps opening the door caused...
Crap!
the direct cause of the fire was... the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the light.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil?
They probably just... based on the shape... it can stand up...
If they tipped over the light, it could have ignited.
some way? Maybe they used
There should have been a way to tip it over.
Or perhaps opening the door caused...
I don't know.
Crap!
the direct cause of the fire was...
I'm confused. What looked like a domino effect? Oh.
the oil lighter found at the crime scene...
The killer used some... He lit the curtain on fire.
some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an...
They probably just
That
threw the...
makes
based on the
sense.
shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame...
If they tipped over, it could have ignited.
some way? Maybe they used invisible...
There should have been a way to tip it over.
or perhaps opening the door caused...
I agree with that.
I agree with that.
I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
Just as I thought! It was the wind pressure! A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan!
No, not wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels. A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right?
You playing on easy mode with us, definitely.
It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
A domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels. So when we
Wait.
opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second.
Wait, didn't Chiaki say she had a dream like that? Or she kept knocking over Monokuma tiles, but she could never get it? Like dominoes? I'm gonna keep that in mind.
And from there, they felt like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
Oh, but Monokuma Tetris. Okay.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
Killer did. Oh, okay. What did they do? What did they? What did the killer do? It was MP3 player.
I see!
Oh shit! It actually was.
You're talking about the MP3 player, right? That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
Oh. Inside of the warehouse felt even darker because of our eyes were still used to the bright sunlight outside. Within that darkness, a loud Himmel blared, blared through the warehouse at full volume. Hey, do you guys hear something? Yeah, it's really damn loud. Does Nagito listen to this depressing crap? No, I'm not talking about the music. As if on cue, it suddenly started.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
It's fine, I'll open it slowly. No, that's not the problem. Seriously, it'll be fine. With those words, Akane brushed off everyone's warning and slowly opened the door to the warehouse. Quater. Huh? It's not opening. Is there something blocking the door? I can barely open it. I knew it. It's a trap. Seriously, just stop it, okay? Didn't I tell you it'll be fine? I just gotta use a little more force. What happened to opening it slowly? Akane ignored their protest, and with a mighty kick, the door flew open.
Ah, so the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter. Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
But the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
If that door was the only entrance to the warehouse, I see. So the problem Chiaki's talking about is the killer couldn't have left.
I see! If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened, the killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Now that you mention it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used. You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
Huh?
You don't mean...
But if that's true, this murder...
Hajime? What do you mean?
The person who set up the domino effect inside the warehouse? There's only one person who could have done that.
This is my answer!
Nagito. I had a feeling that's what they were talking about.
It was Nagito?
I literally, because he was saying, Oh, what? Like in it, like he was kind of looked surprised, and none of them thought it was Nagito. So I was like, you know, I'm just gonna pick Nagito because that he has surprise victims. I don't know. I had a feeling. I don't know why.
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Huh?
Not just the victim? What does that mean?
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too. Maybe.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid. His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget? Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
Like he said, it seems impossible, but if you think about it, but I feel like I'm overlooking something. What are you overlooking? There's nothing to overlook. Okay.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
No.
Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
What?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
Am I just being an idiot? Because I don't see how that is. Maybe the burned rope? Or maybe it's the knife. Because his... Maybe, I think it's the burned rope. I think it's the burned rope.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
Crap!
Why is it
To
not the
actually
burned
tie
rope?
up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
Maybe it's a survival knife?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
Oh, I don't know. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
Crap!
I don't know. Why?
To actually...
What else would it be? It's not the monocle fleshies, it's not the torture wounds. Not the fucking chemo. It doesn't make sense. I feel like it's the burned rope. Maybe I'm just, I don't know, maybe I'm being stupid. Stupid, I say stupid! I think I'm just being stupid, but I have no idea. Yeah, I thought it was burn rope. I tried that already.
tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
Clearly, I'm just using the wrong
It'd be
part.
impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna use it on the first one.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. No, that's wrong!
Secret tunnel! Secret tunnel!
Hold on a sec. Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
There is? There's his right sleeve.
I see!
Yes!
Take a close look at his right sleeve. Even though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all. Wouldn't you agree? A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
Akane, you should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
Oh, prostitution.
That's definitely wrong.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito. I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know?
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand. Ah, that much is obvious.
Hajime, you tricked me! Give me back that Benjamin!
Not only did she try to charge me, now she wants the money back? What the heck?
Hold on. There should be a way.
Then hurry up and spill it!
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest!
Way to stab yourself in your right hand using only right hand. It's okay, there's definitely an answer for this.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow? and slammed his right hand down on it?
Okay, I got
Propped it onto what?
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand.
I think
Even
I
if
got it.
Nagito's right hand, how could he stab his...
If he threw the knife and let the knife, could he stab his hand? Is he a throwing knife? Maybe he
Propped the knife somehow?
What?
It's wrong?
What?
Even if not...
What? Thought it was definitely that. What did he... So he didn't prop it, I guess. Nice, he didn't throw it. So how did he stab it?
Nagito's right hand was free. How could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
I agree with that.
With the Monokuma plushie. Oh, that makes sense. That's why there's blood on the Monokuma plushie. And a hole.
The life-size Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach. He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it. If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
I see. So that's the trick.
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie, so he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
He probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem. The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right? If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito. If that's true, how is that possible? He can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
Then he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
Oh, I have a dirty mind. Okay.
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Say it one more time. I need to record it. For reasons.
Hey, bastard, you better cut it out!
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear. It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stabbed into your right hand, while your left hand is tied up.
What's a Taro mind you have?
So you're saying it's impossible?
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else. I also agree with that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right? But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone. If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
Monome's sassing me.
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. So, this might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
Wow.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible.
Huh?
I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together. That's how we made it this far up till now. Everyone working together.
She's right. We've made it through several ordeals up till now by doing that. Then even
All
now.
right, let's do this.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through. When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand. If that's the case, the only other way is...
He used his teeth? Or maybe he used his front tail. I know guys have tails that get hard when they're grabbed.
What are you saying?
A blushing Miss Sonia is freaking awesome!
That's funny. That's great. If Nagito committed suicide, then he must have used that spear to stop himself. Even if his arms and legs are tied up, there's no doubt he used some part of his body. The only thing he could have used is...
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through. When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand.
No, that's wrong!
No, that's right.
Hold on. It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
If Teru said it, you say, fuck this guy. I don't like Teru.
But there was something off about his left hand. The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange? He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain, but it's not the only unnatural bloodstain. Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain, but what's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit. If there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
Why was Nagito's left... What was Nagito's left hand? What's about it? Gripping.
I see!
Would have been gripping.
When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand. That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
Perish the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear! Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild. He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied-up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
That's right. That's
Hey,
the problem.
Chiaki, what do you think? Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle. Just like fixing an old TV.
Oh, I got it! Maybe.
Really?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear. I think.
What are you, fucking Morgana with the... I think...
However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
What section of the spear was he gripping? Handle?
Crap!
The fucking shaft. I'm pretty sure it's the blade. He's
Crap!
grabbing the blade. What?
Crap!
Of course it was the one that I picked last. The cord?
I see!
I don't even know what a cord of the spear is.
That's it! Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding on to the cord.
I didn't even know there was a cord.
There was a
on the
metal
spear.
weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides. Right, Chiaki? I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily.
Oh fuck. I need to learn to not do that. Nagito is gripping the cord extending from the butt of the spear with his left hand. But from there, how would he stab himself in the stomach with the spear?
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time? At a time like this, how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
That's a long plan name.
One step at a time? What does that mean? Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
How it was positioned.
Nagito is facing up and the spear was stabbed through his stomach. So, if it's just before that, that's it. Could it be? The state of the spear and the fact that Nagito was holding the tip of the cord attachment. But to together and think about it, I should be able to figure this out. Where the spear was and what state it was in before stabbed Nagito. Oh, no. Why does he kind of look like Keelio in this? From fucking Hunter x Hunter. Killua. Yeah, Jesus. Ah, Jesus. Where was the spear just before it impaled Nagito? It was above. It was above. Ow, that's... Oh, fuck you! Oh, shit. Go. Question 2. Besides the spear, what else was above Nagito? A ceiling girder. Well, you could say it was true that the fucking sprinklers, that's technically true, but it has nothing to do with this part of the trial. I think we're already done with the fire, so it doesn't have anything to do with the trial anymore. It didn't have anything to do with the trial in the first place, because it's done. Ow, fuck. What item connects both the spear and the ceiling grinders? Could it be the cord? The spear's cord? That was like the only logical explanation. Yes! First try!
It's all coming together!
Let's go. I am a mad genius, bro.
The spear impaled Nagito as he was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
Perpendicular? In the middle of the air?
If Nagito did that all by himself, did he have some sort of ESP?
That'd be awesome, but he probably used the ceiling girder directly above him.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder, and using that as a support, he hoisted the spear directly above him. And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling. So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
Are you serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that. If someone else did this, there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was. Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Then, this is for real? He really committed suicide? Every single wound on his body. That was all him?
Not just that, he did all that while he was gripping the spear? That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end. Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right?
Did he put the duct tape on his mouth, too?
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Did he need to go that far? That's beyond crazy! Why would he do that to himself?
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake. By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer. His goal was to get us all executed.
And that's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
Did he want us to die that bad?
That's messed up. That's seriously so messed up.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
That is true. That is Nagito. Jeez, and I was starting to feel a little sympathetic towards him. How stupid of me. I completely underestimated the capability for malice. A mind-boggling malice that threatens us even after he's died. That's the form that his malice took. I had forgotten all about it until now. If he was here now, he'd probably be sneering at me.
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right? Whatever became of that?
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
So why did he not just do that in the first place? If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He tried to make us doubt each other, and tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
You are right, I suppose.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion. The bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so we'd be executed.
That should be okay, right? Right?
What? You're not satisfied yet?
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense. It's probably just my imagination.
Why? I mean, I still don't understand what she's talking about. I don't think it's a mistake to assume that Nagito committed suicide, but why do I feel so uneasy about it? Is it because we don't know who the traitor is, or...
So what are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
What do you think, Akane?
Well, There's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
You are right. It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
Then it's okay to end it here, huh? That means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right? It's okay to reach such a happy ending, right?
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer? Understood. Then voting time.
No, hold on a sec.
Hold on. Why?
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
Like who the traitor is?
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
That's true, but...
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is.
Huh?
No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense. And it relates to Nagito's death. Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
Something related to Nagito's death, and it's something that even he could have messed with.
You're gonna keep going? Here I thought we were finally finished.
Something related to Nagito's death, a piece of evidence that he couldn't mess with. Is it the poison? I think it might be the poison.
Crap!
What? How's it not the poison? Doesn't make sense.
Crap!
Huh? How is it not the poison? Only shows up after he was found. Oh.
Crap!
No. I don't know. What the fuck? Something that only shows up after he is found. The doctor? Or something he had no control on what's on it?
Crap!
What? Oh my fucking god, how is it not the plush? I'm gonna... No control on what's on it.
I see!
I would have never got to the conclusion of the
Is it about
Monokuma
the
file.
Monokuma file?
Never. I would have never... I kind of forget that that's a piece of evidence.
Yeah, that's it. Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
The victim is Nagito. The body was discovered inside the warehouse near the Monokuma plushie factory. The estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp. Not only is that a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there is a lacterate on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. The suspicious part of Monokuma file. What is it? What's hidden in the Monokuma file? Fuck. Is it time of death? Significantly harder. Oh, cause of death. That was close. Jesus, there's so many things. I can't. There's way too much going on for my brain.
This is my... We will never give up!
Alright. We will never give up. Alright, cause of death. I fucking hate Hangman's Gambit. It's just fucking stupid. Fuck! Shit. Fuck. Fuck! I fucked up. You really did not need to make it this hard. I promise you did not need to do that. It's already fucking difficult in the first place. Oh, A. I don't know why I forgot how to spell that for you. I forgot there was an A in there. Fuck. Cause of...
I got it! In this particular case's Monokuma file, there's no specific cause of death.
Oh, that's true. There's not. Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there is a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand.
Isn't that weird? Until now, the files always specified the cause of death.
But the cause of death is obvious, is it not? The spear in Nagito's stomach. It is obvious just by looking at it that it was the cause of death.
Maybe it's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
Well, Monokuma, I plead the fifth!
There he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say.
But even during Gundam's case, and before during Mikan's case, the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case.
Are you saying that applies this time too?
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death? Are you suggesting, again, that his death wasn't a suicide?
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place!
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide, but it's not just a suicide. Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
Are you sticking up for him?
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations, and that concerns me. For example, would that malice just end here?
Huh?
Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily? I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
How interesting! You sure do believe in Nagito, huh? Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
What friendship?
What should we do, you guys? Should we proceed with the vote? I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied. Even if it's just to be safe.
You're right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
Just to be safe, huh? Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
This is friggin' annoying, but if you guys say you're doing it, there's no way I'm gonna back out.
Hey, Monokuma! You heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait!
We've come this far. Let's work hard till the very end. If we work together, everything should be all right. That's what I believe.
Oh, splendid. You guys are so splendid right now. That's right. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you.
If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you, huh? Now I think about it, Nagito said the same thing. Nagito. The absolute hope that can overcome any despair. He said that he was yearning for that. Then, the situation we're in might be the thing that Nagito wanted all along. No, never mind. I'm probably overthinking. Is that intermission, I'm guessing? Yep.
No!
Man, my heart is racing like crazy when I thought the voting time was gonna start, but, well, if you think about it rationally, there's no way it was gonna happen. We haven't done this bit yet. Most of the players probably figured that out too. You're the only one who didn't know. Isn't that right, Monami? Hey, how much are you planning to sulk? Let's get along like we always do. Alright, you passed. Friendship is measured by how long you can stand the silence when you're not alone with someone else. So, Monami and I are the bestest of best friends. Don't say such stupid things. I hate you so much right now. Enough. Why do you have to be hated that much? Besides the fact that you snap at me like that, I don't trust you at all. Not even a teensy tiny 1mm bit. How sad. Distrusting your friend is much more shameful than being betrayed by that friend, you know. We are not friends in the first place. Then, as your older brother, let me say this. You're not even my brother. Is it sad to live a life without friendship? That's even sadder than watching a high school rom-com full of guys. Well, there should be some demand. Oh, I fell for it. I totally took the mandate.
Yeah. Would you like to save your current progress? I would love to save my current progress. How did you know? That's exactly what I wanted.
I'm Monami. By now, there's nothing more for me to say. Anyway, my chest is full of pride right now. Everyone is united against despair. They're totally awesome. That's why I'm gonna fight too. I will fight the only way I can. I'm gonna show that guy my fearsome retaliation. That's basically it.
So if we're working together, where do we start? With the cause of death missing from the Monokuma file?
Why don't we try removing all our preconceived notions before we discuss this? In the beginning, our discussion advanced by assuming Nagito's death was caused by the spear. It's better to confirm if there are any other possibilities. That's what I think.
Other possibilities. Huh.
If something other than the spear killed Nagito, all I can think of is the knife stabbed into his hand, but...
That was definitely a gruesome wound, but it wouldn't be the fatal wound, don't you think?
If you think the cuts on his legs and left arm aren't the fatal wounds...
Are we finished already?
I feel like... it's possible that we overlooked something.
Overlook.
Then let's bring up whatever we can think of, one after the other. That might clear some things up.
Exactly! We should cooperate at a time like this.
A fatal wound that wasn't a spear. We don't even know if it actually exists, but if it does, we need to find out what it is no matter what.
Let us consider a different fatal wound.
It's not the knife in his right hand, right?
It should be the poison.
It's not the other wounds, right?
If that's an option,
With all
then
those
use
wounds, maybe he simply bled to death.
That is a possibility.
There's no way he burned to death. Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
If it's something that can't be seen, maybe he choked himself with a sleeper hold. Or liquefied his guts with a body blow.
Just thinking about it, that's already a horrible death.
Okay, so now that it confirmed that it said something that cannot be seen, I feel like it's definitely
Let us
poison.
consider a
It's not the knife in his... It's not the other wound. With all those wounds, maybe he simply...
There's no way was the cause of death.
If it's something that can't be seen,
Fuck, I
maybe he
forgot it
choked
was
himself
Sonya
or
that
liquefied
said
his
that.
guts.
Just thinking about it, that's already a horrible death.
I forgot who was the one that said it.
Let us
but
consider a
I
different fatal
wanted to
wound.
special.
It's not the knife in his... It's not the other wound. With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled to death.
There's no way he burned to death. Was the cause of death something that can...
I agree with that!
I consent.
That's it. I totally forgot about that possibility. If the cause of death was something we can't see, then we have to consider poison as a possible method.
Poison?
It is true that poison is not something we can see, but why did you bring that up all of a sudden?
I remember, when I went to investigate Nagito's cottage, I discovered something really strange. Inside the refrigerator, I found a bottle of Monokuma's special poison.
Poison?
Additionally, that's a poison made specifically for killing. I see. Now that you mention it, there's no way a toxin like that doesn't relate to the case at all. If poison was the cause of death, it would not leave an obvious wound on Nagito's body.
However, it's common for blood blotches to appear on a body that's been poisoned.
I see. You sure seem to know a lot about medicine.
What does that mean?
But, even if blood blotches appear, if the body was already covered in blood,
Monokuma's secret sauce.
there's no way we'd notice them easily, right?
Did he wound his body just to camouflage them?
That's also a possibility.
But still, both of Nagito's hands were full. So how would he drink poison?
His left hand was tied up and gripping the spear, and his right hand had a knife stuck in it.
If it was a slow-acting poison, it is possible he consumed it in advance.
No, the warning label on the bottle explicitly states the effect is instant.
Then it's impossible. Both his hands were full just before he died.
And this is when the hardtail appears.
You're totally overvaluing that tail.
Yeah, definitely.
His mouth was covered with duct tape, you know. If he wanted to drink poison, how'd he get it past his lips?
If there's no way he could have drank the poison, it might be impossible. Just kidding. It's not like we're out of possibilities yet.
Are there any left?
Hell no! No matter how you slice it, he was totally killed by that spear!
Since we've already ruled out so many possibilities, it might be easier to think about what really killed him. Operation Elimination Method. The hint should be written on the poison's warning label. Maybe.
The way the poison entered Nagito's body. The answer is written on the warning label? I think carefully, try to remember it. Hangman's Gambit. Thank God! I was gonna be like Hangman's Gambit, I have no idea. Logic dive. Run. Better not have one of those stupid jumps like I did before. Oh, that was just me not paying attention. What state was the poison in when affecting the Cuban? It had been gas? Because he had a gas mask, so it could have been gas. Oh, I guess it was gas. That's cool. So why was he gonna have a gas mask and gloves if he was already going to make it a gas? Ow. That's my question. Oh, frick. Jesus. You did not want to jump? Probably? Wanna retry? There you go. No, you fucking jump when I'm telling to your YouTube. You know what? Fuck it. That jump's not worth it anymore. I'm either gonna run out of life or time first. That was not even my fault. I didn't mean to press. I just killed myself the second time. And you waddle away, waddle waddle. And you waddle away, waddle waddle. Till the very next day.
This is my hour end? We will never give up!
To the man running in the sand. Hey, bum bum bum. Got any grapes? And you waddle away, waddle waddle. And you waddle away, waddle waddle. Until the very next day. Ba 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 da da. Oh, there's only 2 questions? And I answered one of them? Why do I start the fucking thing with 1 less health? That's stupid. The man said no. Damn, I'm trying to remember the rest of it, but I can't. It's been such a long time since I've fucking watched that. I can't remember. Jesus fucking Christ. That's bullshit, you know it. Why can I not get past this? This is the new stance fight right here. Just this part. Then he wilded away. How did the poison enter Nagito's body? Oh, could it be... It's either gonna be through his nose or through his wounds. I'm gonna say through his nose. That's probably, although through his wounds would have been really cool, but I think it's probably through his nose. It's probably the answer. Right, I was right. I have to do all this bullshit before I can exit? Oh, no. Oh, no.
It's all coming together!
It's all coming together.
What if instead of drinking the poison, we assume he inhaled it?
Inhaled?
It's written on the poison's warning label.
This enchantment liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle it with care. Although its vitality is low, the liquid is very dangerous when vaporized.
Dangerous when vaporized. In other words, breathing in the gas is fatal.
Poison gas! Then all he had to do was breathe it in through his nose!
He breathed that poisonous gas inside the warehouse? But if poisonous gas had spread throughout the warehouse, why didn't it kill us?
The reason we didn't breathe poison gas, I should be able to explain the sprinklers.
I see!
And the sprinklers. That makes sense. Actually.
The sprinklers in the warehouse. Thanks to those, we didn't inhale that poison gas.
The poison gas disappeared because of the sprinklers? It wasn't the fire?
Well, this was also written on the poison's warning label.
In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air, it breaks down in minutes, and it's suitable to hydrolysis. So it's possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications.
Of course! Hydrolysis!
Yeah, hydrolysis. I don't know.
The chemical bonds that formed the poison were broken down by the water from the sprinklers!
Ah.
Also, the poison is apparently denser than air, so it probably didn't affect us because we were standing.
But Nagito was laying down, so he must have breathed in a whole bunch of it, huh?
If it meets the requirements that well, maybe it's not just a possibility anymore.
Yeah, the true cause of Nagito's death was poisoning. The wounds on his body, the spear in his stomach, it was all to keep us from learning the truth.
So what?
Huh?
We figured out that Nagito died from poison, but so what? In the end, it doesn't change the fact that he committed suicide, right? Then enough already!
Nagito inhaled the poison he prepared and died. Yeah, that still sounds like a suicide.
Well, with this, we have a clearer picture. We've also determined the true cause of death. All right. All the mysteries should be solved now. We should get on with the voting time, right?
Well, but...
What? There's still more?
I mean, not all the mysteries have been solved yet. In the end, Nagito's motive is still unclear. Did he commit suicide just so he could kill every last one of us? Was that really his motive? Is that really okay?
Hey, what happened? There's no reason to wonder about that stuff anymore, you know.
Nagito's motive. Nagito's malice. Is this really okay? Can we really finish this here? No, that can't
There
be.
might have been an accomplice.
Huh?
Chiaki, what did you just say? If Nagito committed suicide by inhaling poison that he brought, then why wasn't there anything that looked like poison at the crime scene?
Anything that looked like poison?
If Nagito brought poison to the warehouse, it's strange that we couldn't find it there.
If Nagito really brought poison to the warehouse, then what? And the thing that would have left behind is the container.
I see! Are you talking about the container the poison was kept in?
Yeah. If Nagito brought it, it's strange we couldn't find that container anywhere, right?
He can't carry around poison without putting it in a container?
Yeah, that was written on the warning label.
Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cool place in glass or plastic container away from sunlight.
The container probably melted in the fire.
It's probably plastic or glass, right? There's no way it'd completely incinerate. Even the plastic fragments of the fire grenades we used to put out the fire didn't completely burn up, you know?
Then, does that mean someone got rid of the container?
So that's why you mentioned an accomplice.
That is impossible! I mean, an accomplice? It is just too...
Like, does that really matter all that much? I mean, even if he had an accomplice, it doesn't change the fact that Nagito still committed suicide.
You're right. Someone might have accidentally took it away from the crime scene.
Ah, you're right! You're totally right! That's totally it!
Right? Isn't it okay to close this case yet? I'm not in the mood for unexpected twists.
I'm not completely convinced. I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to get hurt anymore by hurting someone else. Everyone's tired of doubting everyone else. I also feel that way. That's why I want to just rule this as Nagito's suicide. If I do that, no one here has to get hurt. But
That's no good.
Huh?
I feel like Nagito is seeing through us. By calling this Nagito's suicide, we're trying to take the easy way out so we don't hurt anyone else. But if Nagito was here right now, he'd probably be sneering at us. He'd probably say something like, "So that's the extent of your hopes."
So Nagito's ghost is whispering to you, huh? The power of friendship bursts beyond death, huh? A fiery outcome like this is right out of a teen manga. Still, that's pretty messed up.
Shut up! You just be quiet.
I get what you're saying, but in the end, the reason he died is still the same as before, right? Even if we solve this mystery, the conclusion won't change at all.
I mean, it'd be a suicide regardless, right?
Even if there really was an accomplice, is there any reason we should take the time to figure out who it is? Like Fuyuhiko said earlier, it is possible that somebody accidentally removed the poison from the crime scene.
But I just can't imagine ending this by turning our backs on the truth.
It's fine, okay? There are some things we're better off not knowing. And we probably just didn't notice it. Like maybe the container was hiding with the fire grenade fragments.
what is this feeling just now? Even though it was brief, it was like a strong flash of light running through the back of my head. Maybe what Akane said just now might be a new clue. From there, I might be able to reach the answer. The way Nagito brought the poison, which means the thing he used as a container was... Wait, was it a fire grenade? It might be. He might have used a fire grenade, and someone must have thrown it. The question is, who threw it? And if they threw the thing that killed him, does that mean that they murdered him?
Got it!
Fire.
I see! I got it!
Huh?
The fire grenades! Nagito put the poison inside one of the fire grenade canisters and transported it to the warehouse.
He used one of the fire grenade canisters?
Yeah, the container with the poison in it wasn't secretly taken away by someone. Instead, it was in a container that didn't need to be taken away in the first place. As long as he put the poison in the same container he brought to the warehouse, it can be hidden with the other fire grenades we used, so there's no need to dispose of the container later.
That bastard. He totally knew we were gonna throw those fire grenades.
Which means, did Nagito exchange the contents of a fire grenade?
Yeah, that has to be it.
When I first discovered those fire grenades, I tried to study them a little bit, but the canister was completely sealed shut by a layer of aluminum underneath the lid.
You just have to peel off that seal and swap the insides, right?
That is true, but there was no sign he was even at the break room.
Hold on. Did you say aluminum?
Hajime, could it be?
If so, then there's no mistake. Nagito definitely swapped the contents of one of the fire grenades.
Seriously? That's impossible! Miss Sonia just said so right now!
Sonia's words are proof that the poison was swapped with the contents of a fire grenade. Huh?
Sonia's words contained a clue that contained the contents of fire grenade swapped with poison. This?
Crap!
Sonia's words contained a clue that contains a fire grenade. Oh, is it a piece of blue paper?
I can prove it with this!
Yeah, it is. Okay.
Take a look. We found this under Nagito's bed when we were investigating his cottage.
Huh? That's just a piece of trash.
No, that is not just a piece of trash. The seal I saw on that fire grenade matched this. It is the same aluminum.
You found the aluminum seal under Nagito's bed?
There's more. That's not the only thing we found in Nagito's room. We also found a gas mask and gloves under his bed, too.
Did he use those when he put the poison inside the fire grenade?
It's a dangerous poison, after all. He took extreme caution when swapping them.
So what's the issue? Nagito put the poison in the grenade canister, brought it with him, breathed it in and died, right? So in the end, he still fucking committed suicide! Enough already!
You're right. If the canister wasn't thrown away, then it just means that there wasn't an accomplice after all.
See, I told you. The conclusion is still the same. Nagito committed suicide. End of story.
I admit that there wasn't an accomplice. That was just my misunderstanding.
You're right.
In actuality, the truth is even more horrifying.
What did you say?
Hey, what are you planning to say now?
What the hell? Do you still want to keep going?
Is this not settled? There is no denying that Nagito's death was a suicide.
No, it's not.
Chiaki?
I'm sorry, but I just realized it.
Realized what?
We know Nagito used the grenade canister to store the poison, so when was it deployed in the warehouse? When did Nagito breathe in the poison? When I thought along those lines, that's when I realized it.
The horrifying truth?
It probably happened at the same time.
When fire is rather than are the same? Could it be the moment when we all threw the grenade?
I see! Are you saying it was when we all threw the fire grenades?
Yeah, I think so. When we all threw the grenades to put out the fire in the warehouse, the poison was deployed, and it converted to poison gas and killed Nagito.
If that is true, then the person who brought the poison and spread it was...
One of us.
What the heck?
One of us threw the poison grenade that killed Nagito?
Hold on a sec. Then Nagito was...
It would mean he didn't kill himself.
What the heck? You said so yourself! You said Nagito committed suicide!
Then who killed Nagito?
You mean, who's the actual killer, right?
Do you know?
Who prepared the poison fire grenade that killed Nagito?
Huh? The person who prepared the poison fire grenade was... Oh, wasn't it...
Crap!
Wait, wasn't Nagito the one that did it?
I see! It was Nagito, obviously. We just discussed this a few minutes ago.
Then who set the warehouse fire that caused one of us to throw the poisoned grenade?
So the fire was... It was Nagito.
I see! That was also Nagito.
Hey, how many times are you gonna ask the same damn question?
The next question will be my last. Considering all the facts up till now, why did Nagito set the warehouse on fire?
Was to make someone throw the poison.
I see! Don't tell me. He set the warehouse on fire just so we'd have to throw the fire grenades?
He set the fire just so we'd put it out? Why'd he do that?
It was a trap.
A trap?
Preparing the poison. Creating a reason for us to throw the poison. It was all a setup by Nagito. It was all a trap to make one of us throw the poison grenade.
Seriously, I'm asking you who threw it.
I don't know. The person who threw it probably didn't know either.
Huh? Could it be... Was that Nagito's trap?
This wasn't an intentional murder. This was a murder that Nagito forced someone to do. And for that reason. He put the fire grenade that he filled with poison with the other grenades. Setting up a murder nobody can solve. That was Nagito's true goal.
What? What the hell?
Nagito did not commit murder. Instead, he manipulated someone else into killing him? To do that, he set a trap to force someone to kill him. The poison grenade and the fire were traps. That's why the curtain was the fire's origin point. All the fire grenades we threw at the curtain shattered once they fell to the floor. Because of that, Nagito, who was laying face up on the floor, was able to breathe in the dense poison, and then...
Hold on! If that's true, you can't say the poison was the cause of death. It might be the poison's fault he let go of the spear, but the actual cause of death could be either one.
Even so, the poison is what caused him to let go of the spear.
That's right! Nagito's killer is the one who made him breathe the poison!
Are you fucking serious?
That was his trap all along. Even the wounds all over his body, it was all to mess with the evidence for what actually happened. His true goal was creating a murder that nobody can solve. He wanted to prove to us that there are mysteries that just can't be solved with educated guesses.
He probably expected that his fake suicide would be found out. After all, a mystery that can be solved is destined to be solved in the end. However, he also prepared a mystery that couldn't be solved. As you solve mysteries and bolster your hope, a huge mystery comes along and slaps you in your faces. For those of you who believe there are no unsolvable mysteries, that is when you finally taste despair. Meaning, he used all of the prior class trial verdicts to prepare this trick. Not all mysteries can be solved. Such a devious trick he played on you, as expected of Nagito.
That's totally messed up. That's so fucked up.
It is my fault, because I told you all about the fire grenades. I am so sorry. Please vote me as the killer.
That's not the fucking issue here.
It's not Miss Sonia's fault. This is all Nagito's doing.
But what should we do? How can we even figure out who the killer is?
It's impossible.
Impossible?
Nagito wanted to create a scenario where we couldn't make a decision. That's why we're at an impasse.
However, Monokuma also does not know who the killer is, right?
That's right! There's no way he'd be able to figure that out with just his surveillance cameras! If Monokuma doesn't know, this trial doesn't count! Isn't that right?
You know, I don't actually need stuff like cheap-ass surveillance cameras or whatever. I know perfectly well what's happening on this island at all times. I know you used the bathroom 3 times yesterday, Sonia. And one of those visits seemed to take a while.
Please stop! I will never become queen!
How can you... I'm so jealous. I mean, how can you have such an awful power?
So, of course this trial still counts. Do your very best to guess who the killer is.
Guess, he says. How the hell are we supposed to do that?
Is giving up all we can do? No, it's too early to give up.
Is there any way to figure out who the killer is?
Even though it's just a hunch, it's possible that it's probably... There's one way, I think.
Really?
Hey, is it alright if we look at Nagito's crime one more time from the beginning? I want to make sure my hunch is correct. Hajime, please.
That's right. That doesn't mean the trial is over yet. Even though I don't know who killed Nagito. It should be clear what kind of trick he set. Then I have to do it, even if the least is despair.
I got it. Let's do this then.
opposing argument. For switching to poison. Okay, well, the only one could be I'll grab the spear cord with my left hand. And that could only happen at here. Oh, that's right there.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
I was quiet. I was really trying to focus on what was happening.
The person who actually arranged this incident was the victim, Nagito Komaeda. He kept a specific item inside his cottage that he needed for his plan. Monokuma's special poison, which he brought with him from the Octagon. Using the gloves and gas mask that he got from the military base, Nagito swapped the contents of a fire grenade he took from the plushie factory break room with that poison. When he did that, a specific item was left as evidence, the blue aluminum seal on the grenade. With that, Nagito finished making the poisoned fire grenade, took it with him to the factory, and put it back with the rest of the grenades in the break room. The next morning, Nagito appeared before us and declared that he hid a bomb somewhere. While we were looking for the bomb, that's when Nagito headed over to the goods warehouse. In order to set up a fire, Nagito arranged the Monokuma panels in a line going from the door to the curtain and placed an oil lighter in front of it. From there, Nagito set his insane plan in motion. First, he hung the spear that he took from Nezumi Castle from the ceiling girder by its cord. Then he tied his arms and legs at the back of the warehouse with rope. However, he burnt off the rope on his right arm beforehand. In doing so, he made sure that only his right hand was free, while his remaining arm and legs were tied up. As he gripped the tip of the rope hanging over the ceiling girder with his left hand, he lay down face up, just beneath the dangling spear. But this was just the beginning of Nagito's plan. And then, he did something no one could have predicted. First, he covered his mouth with duct tape, and after making sure he was unable to scream, he stabbed himself with the knife multiple times in his left arm and in both of his thighs. Finally, he propped the knife on the plushie and slammed his right hand onto the blade. He didn't just want us to think he was tied up. He also wanted us to think he'd been tortured. Through all this, Nagito never let go of the spear. His plan still wasn't over. In fact, it was just about to begin. Meanwhile, we finally arrived at the plushie factory and found Nagito's message. After seeing his message, we instantly made our way to the warehouse. But that was part of Nagito's plan. We opened the door to the warehouse, which inadvertently started the Monokuma panel domino effect. The panels fell one after another until they reached the lighter, tipped it over, and ignited the curtain. Shocked by the sudden fire, we rushed to the factory's break room to obtain some fire-extinguishing grenades. We then aimed for the fire's origin point, which was the curtain, and unloaded the entire supply. It never occurred to us that one of those grenades was the poison grenade that Nagito had prepared. The poison sank to the floor, instantly vaporizing due to the intense heat, and spread everywhere. The poison gas quickly drifted to the curtain at the back of the warehouse, where Nagito was. Also, Monokuma's poison has a unique quality in which it becomes heavier than air when vaporized. That poison gas completely surrounded the area where Nagito lay face up on the floor. There, Nagito inhaled the poison, and if it didn't instantly kill him, he certainly lost consciousness. Which caused him to let go of the rope in his left hand, and the falling spear plunged into his stomach. This is all the information related to Nagito's plan. His true intention was to set one of us up as the killer. At this time, we still don't know who the killer is, because the killer wasn't aware they killed someone. Try as we might, we cannot reach that truth. That was Nagito's trap. In conclusion, the fact that we can't determine the killer's identity this should be the truth behind Nagito's trap.
Nagito did go off.
How about it, Chiaki? Will that help you figure out who the killer is?
Chiaki?
Just as I thought. It's impossible, isn't it?
You say we just have to vote for someone?
What Hajime said is probably true. That's part of the reason why I thought it was a little strange.
Society killed him.
Did Nagito really not care who the killer was?
Huh?
He said this to us earlier.
It's going to be fine. I'm pretty sure everything will work out in the end. After all, there's no way we can lose hope. Absolute hope that can break through any despair can never lose in a place like this. And not only that, I believe in you. I believe in the time we all spent together.
That feeling of belief is at the heart of his trick. He believed we'd notice the fire grenades. He believed we'd try to extinguish the flames. And he believed we'd fall into his trap. By believing in us, Nagito was able to put his life-threatening plan into effect.
What do you mean, believe?
And what's wrong with that?
There's one more thing, remember? Something that Nagito believed in from the bottom of his heart. I want you to try to remember what that is.
It was his talent.
I see!
Nagito believed in his talent as the ultimate lucky student.
After all the time we spent together, I believe in you guys. More than anything, I believe in my ultimate luck. So, it's definitely going to be alright.
Guess the last thing he could believe in was his own talent.
That's not so strange, really. Most of us here have been relying on the same thing.
But, in his case, it was pretty remarkable, wasn't it? It almost seemed like he had blind faith in it.
You're right. The same thing happened when he cleared the final dead room at the funhouse.
It wasn't life-threatening at all. I was just a little escape game that ended with some Russian roulette. Russian roulette? It's a game where you load one bullet into a gun, spin the cylinder, point it toward you, and pull the trigger. So, you really did it? Ah, so that's how you're supposed to play it. So, it would have been fine if I only used one bullet, huh? I guess that's just what I said, huh? I misunderstood and thought I had to take one bullet out of the cylinder, so that's what I did. You had a 1 in 6 chance of surviving. But I'm still alive, after all. The only thing I'm good at, the only thing good about me is how I'm lucky. That's not what he said, but that's how he said it in other words. And he did the same thing when the first killing happened at the older building near the hotel. He depended on his luck and was able to get a cleaning duty just as he wanted. That's right, I trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for the cleaning duty. You just relied on your luck? It's not just luck. It's my true talent. It's trash, but I'm still the ultimate lucky student, you know? Huh? I'm left with the red mark? For someone called the ultimate lucky student, you seem very lucky right now. At that time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky, but it was actually the opposite. I was lucky. That's why I got picked for cleaning duty, just like I wanted.
But his luck doesn't have anything to do with the case this time, right?
I just thought it was strange that it doesn't connect to anything.
Huh?
He factored in his belief in us, but for some reason he didn't factor in his own luck. No, there's no way. I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about.
What did he do?
You know, he wasn't just after anybody. He probably had a target. A target he was aiming for all along. A person to set up as the killer.
A target? Who?
The target's true identity. Even Nagito didn't know it. That's why he relied on being the ultimate lucky student, and incorporated that luck into his plan. As long as he had his luck, he believed the target he was after would pick up the fire grenade.
You mean he left his plan to luck?
He risked his life for that?
He probably risked his life just so his ultimate luck could decide this.
Who is it? Who's the target Nagito was after?
No one I had to ask. I should already know what the answer is. It's the traitor.
I see! That's it? The traitor. Nagito was after the traitor, huh?
Then he relied on his luck to weed out the traitor?
Nagito didn't know who the traitor was until the very end. All he could do was rely on his own luck.
Then what he said in his video message.
It won't work with just any student handbook. If you want to disarm that bomb, you have to use the traitor student handbook. To be honest, I found who the traitor was after secretly monitoring everyone's activity, but I was a little annoyed that they never came forward.
So he was just bluffing.
That's probably true. By that point, his plan should have already been in motion.
Then, it's just as Nagito said at the beginning. His purpose was to weed out the traitor. If we just believed in what Nagito said, we would have reached the answer much quicker. The reason this took so damn long was really because he didn't
But if he
believe in
just wanted to out the traitor, he didn't have to go this far and make that person the killer. Damn it! We're all in a huge bind because of that!
It means he wants us to beat the traitor.
By finding out who the traitor is, our hopes will shine even brighter by overcoming that despair. That's something he'd say.
Mon ami, it looks like you've got something you want to say. But you better just keep your mouth shut.
And that concludes my argument. Nagito's plan was to make the traitor kill him. What are you gonna do? Are you guys gonna believe me?
He relied on his luck to aim for a target, but he didn't even know who he was aiming for. It sounds way too unbelievable to actually happen.
The only thing we can do is believe.
If we don't, then we'd just be relying on our luck when we cast our votes.
But even if we do believe, what should we do? I mean, if we don't know who the target is, there's no way we can even vote.
You are absolutely right. It is hard to think the traitor would reveal themselves now. If, by chance, the traitor revealed themselves during that bomb scare, what would have happened? Would it have stopped Nagito from acting so reckless?
Huh?
But they couldn't help it. Even if they wanted to reveal themselves, they couldn't do it because they weren't created to do that.
What?
Chiaki?
What's wrong, Chiaki? Get a hold of yourself!
That's why I want you guys to guess.
You want us to guess?
Yeah, I want you to guess.
What? What does that mean?
Who do you think it is, Hajime? Who do you think the future Foundation sent to infiltrate your group as the traitor?
Why?
A traitor who's not allowed to think that they're different from everyone else.
Why?
A traitor who can only interact with everyone as a traitor.
Why?
Because that's the nature of their existence. They can only exist as a traitor.
Seriously, why?
Who do you think is the traitor? Hajime, please.
What? I have no fucking idea. Monami was talking to Chiaki. That's probably a clue. You know who it is? Oh, jeez, please. Fuck! Shit, okay.
It's... you? Chiaki, you're the traitor?
Please! Hold on!
Aw, you totally guessed right.
Oh no. Are you fucking serious? You're fucking joking. You're fucking joking. That was a funny joke.
Just as expected. Yup, you're correct. I'm the traitor.
Jesus Christ! She played the... Okay, I'm gonna be 120% honest. She played that role really fucking well. As, the fucking gamer girl. She played that shit off really well. The only reason I thought was because Monami said something. That's the only reason I was like, oh, Jesus, don't be her.
The agent sent by the Future Foundation to hide among you all is me.
Damn it. Why? This nonsense is... Why? Why does this make sense?
Hey, Chiaki. Are you being serious right now?
That's true, I guess.
Chiaki is the traitor? That is a lie, right? Surely you must be joking.
I'm sorry. It's the truth.
Hey, what are you saying sorry for?
What does this mean? Up till now, you've been tricking us?
What? We were not tricked! After all, we have been working together all this time. We have been helping each other all this time. Chiaki, being a traitor, being a member of that horrifying Future Foundation, that is obviously a lie!
Please, wait! The Future Foundation isn't what you think it is!
Shut the fuck up! We're talking to Chiaki!
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Monami.
No, I have nothing more to say.
Why?
Because we already know the killer's true identity. So the only thing left to do is vote.
Hold on! We're not satisfied yet!
If you say you are the traitor, please provide an explanation that will help us understand. We cannot vote until we are satisfied. That is what you said earlier, Chiaki.
Hey, if you're really the traitor, why'd you wait till now to reveal yourself?
It's weird, isn't it? Waiting until right now to out yourself.
It's definitely strange, right? Or rather, why was I able to do that? Maybe... I wanted to protect everyone, no matter the cost.
Huh?
Hey, Hajime. Can you do me a small favor?
Favor? Me?
I want you to prove to them that I'm the traitor.
What? What are you saying? Why do I have to do that?
I want to explain everything to you guys, but... as I expected, that's rather difficult. That's why... the only thing I can do is plead with you. I want you to do it. I believe you can prove it.
Whether I can prove it or not, that's not the problem. Don't you understand? You may as well be asking me to kill you. There's no way I can do that.
I'm very sorry, but this is the only way. So please.
Looks like we gotta do what we can. It's not like I believe she's the traitor. There's just no way we can ignore this without confirming it.
If she was just disguised or something, this would have been a heck of a lot easier for us to understand, but...
She's not disguised at all, 'cause Chiaki isn't the traitor.
Monami?
Too bad. I'm not part of the same group as that girl. I don't know anything about that girl at all.
Why do I feel like she's lying?
Hey, are you trying to cover for her like that? You suck!
I've always been alone. I have no friends. Anywhere. That's why I have no relation to Chiaki whatsoever.
Hajime, you're going to listen to my request, right?
Damn it.
Chiaki isn't my friend. I hate Chiaki so much.
Monami and Chiaki's relationship, proving it here is the only way. Oh.
Hajime, you stupid face! Let's all get along. I won't let you. Let's all get along. First open and mix. I can't lose. Hajime, you stupid face. I won't let you. First open and mix. I'll lower your grades. Disappear. Hajime, you stupid face.
How am I missing? How am I missing?
Let's all get along. I'll lower your grades. Hajime, you stupid face. Let's all get along. I won't let you. Let's all get along. First open and mix. I can't lose! Hajime, you stupid face! I won't let you! Chiaki and I aren't best friends!
Monami's notebook.
This is the end!
Change your profile picture to black. Why would I do that?
When we investigated Nagito's cottage, I discovered a notebook with the new Sami logo on it. That's your notebook, right? The one Nagito stole from you.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Don't tell me. Is that where the traitor's true identity is written?
That's right! Since I knew something like this would happen, I made sure to bring it here today.
So sudden?
Give me that notebook!
Day 1. I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monokuma showed up and things turned bad. Day 2. Byakuya is the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone's tired.
What is this? Is this Monami's diary?
Is the traitor's identity written in here?
Nagito was probably looking for that too. So that might be why he stole the notebook. But you wouldn't know who the traitor is just by reading this notebook. Of course, Nagito wouldn't know either. However, it's different for me.
You know?
It took me this long, but I finally understand.
No. The truth I might have already known the moment I found the notebook. It's just, I want to turn my eyes from the truth it contains. But now I clearly know. I can't help but know.
First of all, this isn't Monami's diary. Apparently she can't write.
Then the one who wrote this is...
Someone connected to Monami. Meaning, it's not a mistake to think that the traitor wrote it.
If so, is this like a report that the traitor was sending to Monami?
Is it evidence that they were observing our actions and reporting to Monami?
But how would you know who the traitor is from that?
Because there's an entry written in here that only me and one other person would know.
The final dead room.
In the notebook, there was a specific entry.
Day 16. We've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go into the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because no one believes him.
There it is. It's true. I tried to go inside the final dead room, but the only one who knew that.
If I win this life-threatening game here, I'll be able to go to the Octagon place, right? That's where the exit should be. I did it! I finally did it! I finally figured out where the exit is! I can get out! With this, I can finally get out. You can't do that. You shouldn't go in there. You won't find what you're looking for.
That's right. The only person who knew that is... Chiaki. That's why Chiaki is the only person who could have possibly written about this.
There must be some mistake. I mean, if Chiaki is the traitor, what was all that time we spent with her? Was that all a lie too?
Miss Sonia!
Chiaki is... She is being controlled by Monokuma. That is why we should help her.
I'm not satisfied either. I mean, if you were the traitor, there's no way you do something so stupid when we found the bomb.
It's really stupid to be fighting over something like this. And so, with a annoyed expression on her face, Chiaki walked over to the bombs without saying a word, took her handbook out of her pocket, and without hesitation swiped through card reader. Looks like it was wrong.
Now that you mention it, Chiaki immediately went to the card reader with her handbook.
She tested it out right away after being told it would only react to the traitor's handbook.
That doesn't make any sense. A traitor would be more cautious than that.
Chiaki probably knew the bomb was a fake. That's why she also knew Nagito's trap was a bluff.
She knew? That is a mistake! That must be a mistake! Why are you saying such things? Do you really want Chiaki to be the traitor?
Of course not!
I will not believe it! I refuse to believe Chiaki is a traitor! There is just no way!
I don't want to believe it either. I don't want to believe it.
But then nobody will be saved!
Are the people in? No? Okay, cool.
Chiaki is not the traitor!
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious.
There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew it was a fake was me, when I tried to detonate it.
Unless you know a whole lot about bombs, there's no way you know if it's fake just by looking at it.
Oh, fuck. I don't know. I don't want to leave it, but I have to move forward. I have to move forward to the path she's showing us.
Chiaki is not the traitor!
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right?
If she's a traitor, There's no way Chiaki... If that bomb was fake, the only person who knew it was a fake was me, when I tried to
That's not it!
No, because you said that Monami was lurking around. So you're wrong.
That's not it. Sonia shouldn't have been the only one who knew it was a fake. Monami was also there when you found out the bomb at the military base wasn't real. You said so yourself.
Is that true, Miss Sonia?
Chiaki heard about it from Monami. That's why she knew the bomb was a fake.
Since I've been found out, I'll just confess. The reason I couldn't tell anyone I knew the bomb was a fake was because if I had said that, I would have had to explain how I heard about it from Monami.
I think this is a fun trial, actually. I mean, sure, Chiaki's about to get gotted, but I still think it's...
I did not want to hear that!
Oh, never mind, this trial fucking sucks.
Enough already. Please do not say another word.
I hate the sword thing. I literally hate it.
I do not want this anymore. I am so very tired of doubting people.
Sonia.
And just because she knew the bomb was a fake does not mean we should decide she is the traitor! Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor! If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too! After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Sonia, she's panicking pretty badly. I don't have enough words if I counter her right away. Might be best to wait for Sonia.
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor! If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too! After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Knowing it was a fake isn't the problem. What matters is who told her. What matters is that she heard about it from Monami.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island. Monokuma probably told you that it was fake beforehand. If so, you could not declare that Monami and Chiaki were working together.
Damn it!
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Knowing it was a fake isn't the problem. What matters is who told her. What matters is that she heard about it from Monami.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island. Monokuma probably told that it was fake beforehand!
He didn't, because he said he didn't tell anyone.
You're right. Monokuma probably knew the bomb was a fake. But Monokuma shouldn't have told anyone either.
Then, where did Nagito obtain the bomb he used?
I wonder. If I'm gonna give you guys a hint, then you should know that it wasn't from the military base. Tell you the truth, the bombs are all fakes.
I know that already. You should have said so earlier.
Well, I thought if I kept quiet, it would foreshadow that a killing was gonna happen. That's why I'm just now telling you for the first time. Phew, I feel relieved.
That... Monokuma may have just been lying!
No, he won't lie at times like this. You already know that.
Hajime, are you going to believe Monokuma over Chiaki?
That's not it.
It's just, even if Chiaki is the traitor, is it really okay to vote for her? That basically just means we have to believe in Nagito's luck, right?
That's not it.
Are you telling us to trust his luck? Are you telling us to entrust our lives to that bastard?
There's no way I can believe in Nagito.
I'm telling you that's not it. We shouldn't believe in Monokuma or Nagito. We have to believe in Chiaki.
Huh?
It doesn't matter who the traitor is. Even if Chiaki is the traitor, that's not the Chiaki I know. I believe in the Chiaki who's been with us this whole time. That Chiaki is saying she wants to protect us with her life. So the only thing we can do is believe her. If we don't, nobody's going to be saved.
Damn it.
Hey, can you listen to me a little? There's nothing to be sad about, you know? 'Cause this is different from what happened before. Unlike before, you guys don't have to stay alive by doubting someone. You guys can stay alive by believing in me. Are you telling us to believe in you and sacrifice you? That is just too cruel. I'm sorry.
Chiaki!
Monami, I'm sorry too. You're probably gonna get scolded by a lot of different people for this, but still, I want to protect everyone by any means. And I'm happy that I'm able to do that.
It's not up to me to decide whether that's right or wrong. However, I believe it's truly amazing that you were able to think like that. We could even call this a miracle.
Hey, what have you two been talking about? Everyone's jaws are dropping, you know?
I know. It's voting time, right?
Hey, Chiaki.
You don't have to worry. Believe in me, and cast your vote.
God damn it!
Why did it end up like this?
Jesus. Wow. That was a really good trial. I have no words. Remember Chapter 5 execution in the first game? Oh yeah, it was Makoto. But about I have no words for this trial because it was great. There was the fact that they thought it was a suicide, to it actually being a person that he trusted his luck so much that he knew the traitor was going to be the one to throw it, and that Chiaki came out as the traitor after I asked her, obviously. I really did not want to believe that she was the traitor. Honestly, I really did not want to believe. You can call me a simp for that. I thought she was a really good character. Like, even if I didn't max her out or anything, I still think she was a good character. But those are the words I have for right now. So yeah, let's continue. It's not fair. I feel the same as everyone else. I knew you would have something to say about this trial. Yeah. There's no way I can agree to this. Emptiness, loneliness, sadness. But most of all, I'm ashamed of my weakness. But even so, I had to move forward. If we believe in the person who's urging us forward, then we have to start walking and believe with as much hope as possible in what lies ahead.
Even so.
Jeez.
Man, I'm pooped. Let's go ahead and announce the result. The traitor from Future Foundation and Nagito's killer is Chiaki!
Damn it!
Are you serious? That was correct? The fact that Chiaki was the traitor. The fact that Nagito's crime depended entirely on his luck. You say you don't like Chiaki, but then you say the exact thing. You don't like Hajime, but then you say the exact thing. What? I'm so confused. Everything was true?
Damn it.
Plus, that means that bastard managed to pull it off.
Congratulations, everyone.
Damn it.
Stupid, we're not celebrating at all.
Damn it!
Chiaki, let me ask you one more time. Are you really part of the Future Foundation? An agent of an organization that brought us to this island. Is that really your true identity?
I'm sorry I didn't tell you guys.
What?
That is...
I cannot believe it, even though I do not want to believe it. There's no choice but to believe, right? You don't want to believe Chiaki is the traitor? Yeah. Now what does that have to do with... What does that have to do with me liking Hajime? That has nothing to do with it. I think Makoto is still a better protagonist.
I'm sorry.
Actually, I don't even know anymore. I might take that back. I think I might take that back. It would have been better if I just said it sooner, but I couldn't say it no matter what. Because I can't betray the Future Foundation. Can't betray?
Well?
Even if you want to fly, you can't, right? Even if you want to swim where you please, you can't, right? It's the same for me. Due to my nature of my existence, I will never be able to betray the Future Foundation. What the heck? But in the end, you did something similar. What you did is no different than sharing your secret yourself. You say you don't like him, but you acted like him in this trial. Okay. You're right.
Why?
And now's not the time to be laughing.
Well?
But strangely enough, I don't have any regrets. In fact, I'm somewhat happy. I was able to think I wanted to protect everyone. That's why I feel proud of my actions. You're still saying things I don't get it. I don't get, but if we ask you anything, you're not going to answer, right? Like, if we ask you, like, why you're in the Future Foundation and stuff.
I'm sorry. That is...
Even if you were a traitor, you never betrayed us. Chiaki, you will always be our friend, even now. We won't blame you for this. That's why you don't need to apologize.
Yeah.
So the traitor was revealed, and Chiaki lost. In the end, it all went according to Nagito's plan, huh?
Like...
About that, was it really Nagito's goal? Is it really okay to say that he was trying to kill and eliminate them? If so, isn't it strange? Strange?
So...
I mean, we nearly lost, right? And if Chiaki hadn't said anything, we definitely would have lost.
You raise a good point. That's exactly it. Even though Nagito said he would weed out the traitor, he never said he would kill the traitor.
Huh?
Yes, indeed!
Congratulations, you successfully stopped Nagito's plan. I mean, Nagito's plan was to reveal the traitor. And kill everyone else besides the traitor.
Huh?
Like, kill everyone else besides the traitor.
Are you serious?
That was Nagito's goal?
Huh?
Why did he do something like that? Of all the...
To form a plan that only the traitor would survive? Is that bastard really that twisted?
Nope.
It's okay. Okay? What?
Well?
I mean, it's not just Nagito's fault. If the circumstances had been different, he probably would have taken things so far.
Chucky!
You really are a kind-hearted person. Huh? You think so? Jeez, I wonder where you guys got your personality from.
Perhaps.
Maybe our dad and our big brother, don't you think?
Hey! Come on now!
Don't go talking about your family all of a sudden. That's totally ripping off territory.
I can't lose!
Then I cannot lose to Chiaki. Just like Chiaki and everyone else. Even if I know what to fight, I cannot win. I must try to retaliate. Huh? Retaliate? Oh, shit, let's go!
I will no longer let you do as you please.
Let's go.
Stupid! Stop! What are you doing?
As they say, we shall die together.
What the fuck? She self-destructed?
What'd you say?
What? What's going on?
Huh?
Monokuma like that?
No, I'm not dead.
Whoa, a new one fucking came out. Phew, miss, that surprised me. If only I didn't have a spare, I would have died.
I can't lose.
Oh my god. Not yet, I'm not done yet. Wait, what?
If I don't beat you, nobody can live in peace.
Stop it, I say! I'm sorry, I lose! Forgive me!
Man. Monami just...
Hey!
Hey, not yet! Seriously, stop it! If you don't stop right now, I'm gonna be destroyed!
I won't forgive you!
Of course, I'm doing it so you'll all be destroyed. I will be the one to protect my
I
city.
won't let you!
I will protect them with my life! Monami, you...
Hey!
Now then, how many of you are still there? You might as well come out all at once.
Ooh, how exciting!
How many? Not that much. Just around 10 to the 60th power. Huh? What did you say?
What?
1 million? 1, 10, 100, 100,000, 10,000, 1 million, 1 billion, 1 trillion, 1 quadrillion? Jump ahead to then, that's 10 to the 60th power. You see, I am smart. It didn't even have to tell me that it was 10 to the 60th power. I just was smart.
Hey!
After all this, you're still joking around. You sure have quite the daring spirit.
Too bad!
Except, I'm not joking! What are you even saying anymore? Didn't you see that scene? While you're doing this, my clones are continuously and endlessly created in the Monokuma manufacturing facility.
That's wrong!
What? Those are just stuffed animals. That's right. I checked them with my own hands. They're just plushies.
Damn it!
You're just bluffing. Monami, finish him off.
Hey,
Even if it's just a plushie, as long as you give it Monokuma's personality. But you didn't know that the 6 was a 9? Hey, we have our strengths and weaknesses. It becomes a point about Monokuma. Oh, what did you say? There's no way that's possible. That's not even magic. Magic, huh?
Could it be?
Have you already obtained that much power?
Hey!
Hold on. If you bring up magic so suddenly, you're going to be confused. Unless you mean magic in the technological sense, we won't understand that.
Hey!
What's going on? Don't tell me. They're not going to call this magic or something. Well, I don't care how you interpret it.
in the end, even if Monami risks her life or does whatever, it doesn't matter to my army of 10 to the power of 60 strong! There's no value in that life you're risking. So how about this? This overwhelming despair! Does it make you dizzy from excitement?
I bet the person who voice acted
What's
for
this?
Monokuma had a really fun time doing it. It seems like he really liked his job.
And how many Monamis are left? It's challenge my enemy of 10 to the 60. You don't have to say anything. I know. Let's see. You just have 10 more left, right? I know everything. I'm the conqueror of the new world.
I can't lose.
I won't give up, even if I have no chance of winning.
It's okay, Monami.
Huh?
Well,
It's not about giving up.
let's believe in them.
Let's believe in everyone and leave the rest to them.
But
Right?
Damn it.
Damn it! What the hell's going on?
I
I do not know for certain, but the one thing I can say is
Please listen!
Monokuma is the enemy of the future. It's an enemy of Future Foundation.
Like,
Does that mean there's another organization that's our enemy besides Future Foundation?
this is bad.
We're in a situation because we're caught up in a dispute between two organizations. Okay, that's it. Let's leave the talk for later. because the punishment time's gonna start. Hold on, just a little more time. To wait or not to wait? That is the question. But which will cause more despair? That's the real question. Remember how Monokuma's execution ended? How Makoto's execution ended? If you think about it, you know, right? There's no way I'd wait. But I haven't.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Hajime. Regardless, there's nothing else I can say. I'm not allowed to say anything more than I already have. Not that I...
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment. Special bleeding service.
Ah, for Monami too.
Huh?
Huh? Why, even Monami? It's just a 2-for-1 special. I could have killed that thing anytime I wanted, since she's not a student. And also, I don't need anyone that will defy me anymore. Ah, also, I remember now. I'm an only child.
That is...
What is that? It's okay. And if I'm here, I'd just be a burden anyway. And not just that. I decided to believe in everyone.
You guys, I'm sorry about so many things. I'm sorry for lying to you. I'm sorry I couldn't protect you to the very end.
just one last time, let me say something that makes me sound like a teacher. There's no need to be a hero. You don't have to force yourself just to make people acknowledge you. When you do that, you end up blaming yourself, blaming other people, and feeling jealous of everyone. But still, it doesn't have to be like that. Even if people don't acknowledge you, you just have to be someone that you can be proud of. 'Cause you yourself are your biggest supporter. If you can learn to love yourself, that love will continue to support you for the rest of your life. Love, love.
Bye, everyone. It's okay. A shining future will always be waiting for you. It's true. It's absolutely true. 'Cause I know.
Bye-bye. Please don't forget about your teacher.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Game over. Chiaki has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. You too, Monami. That was funny. Is it something game related? It is! That's fucking sick. Is he gonna kill all the Monamis first, and then Chiaki, or is he going down a line? I think he's gonna kill all the Monamis first. Oh no, she's running. Oh, it's Pac-Man! Oh, she's so close. Oh, it's Tetris. Man, whoever is playing is really good at Tetris. I do remember that dream. Hey, you got a Tetris. Good job. Oh, if the crush didn't kill her, the explosion definitely did. Even till the very end, I couldn't look away from Jackie's final moment. Without realizing it, I fall to my knees. A feeling of powerlessness spread throughout my body. It's over. It just had to end. Before I could ask what I needed to say, before I could say what I needed to say, Jackie vanished from my eyes. And I couldn't tell her, thank you. If I had said that, she would have been comforted a little. As she was executed as the traitor, would she have been comforted a little? I don't know. My chest just hurt.
I don't believe it!
Good gracious, that was such a big surprise. As for Chiaki, she regularly took the role of point man during class trials, as did Nagito too.
What?
And not only was she the traitor, she was Nagito's killer too. Oh well, don't worry about it. There won't be any more situations where you'll need to rely on them.
Huh?
Oh, wait, does that mean...
Now that the annoying rabbit is gone as well, all the obstacles that have been keeping us stuck on this island are completely gone.
Hey!
Are you serious? We can really leave this island?
I shall now present!
Congratulations! With this, I shall announce the end of the killing school trip. For you 5 who survived up until now, I shall give you the right to graduate. Thank you for all your hard work.
Are you really okay with that?
What do you mean?
There are still 2 days left. If you were acting like your usual self, you would be setting things up so another killing happens right away. You're right. Stop it! What are you saying? What if Mr. Mamakuna changes his mind? Also, you said you 5, like you were emphasizing that part. Does the number of people matter more than the remaining time? That's why you're saying it's the end already, even though there are still 2 days left, right? It matters that there are 5 people left. Are you planning to make a volleyball team?
Stupid fool!
You need 6 people for volleyball. Don't say quiet. Say something. What's your actual purpose? You're our enemy and you're an enemy of the Future Foundation. So what's your true identity?
Hey,
If the Future Foundation is the world ender, then I will end the new world that the Future Foundation has created.
Huh?
no.
Well, you'll just have to look forward to the rest after the countdown ends. That timer has almost reached 0. If it reaches 0, everything wins. The Future Foundation's lame plan will be nothing but toilet bubbles.
Hey,
And when that time comes, you'll know everything. You'll see all of your questions answered in one go. And then you guys find out for yourselves just how messed up this new world is.
Hey!
Huh? A new world? Don't go saying new shit all of a sudden.
Yep.
Well, just think of the remaining 2 days until the countdown reaches 0 as a bonus. While you're at it, you should enjoy your life on this tropical island to the fullest. Because once you leave this island, your hopeless lives will go back home will be waiting for you.
Bum 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 bum. Monokuma's boisterous laughter carried on for what felt like forever. Our questions, our worries, our sadness were simply ignored. The laughter just kept going forever. As far as what we did afterwards, honestly, it doesn't matter at all. I returned to my cottage for the time being and fell asleep. Even after I woke up, my will to move my body didn't come back. That's why I didn't look back on everything that happened up till now. I didn't think about what was going to happen. I just kept praying that nothing else would happen, and buried into my sheets as if I were trying to hide. In doing so, I was somehow trying to endure the long day. And then the sun finally set. The day feels abnormally long when you spend it praying that nothing happens. Which reminds me, I haven't heard Monokuma's announcement. I guess that isn't needed anymore. Is everything really going to end? What is everything anyway? How far? How much is everything? If we leave this island, is everything going to end? There's still so much we don't know about our school memories, the Future Foundation, Host Peak Academy, Monokuma's true purpose. Can we really end this and turn our back onto all that? And not just that, if we're really leaving, then where are we going? To Host Peak Academy? That was my last night at Jabberwock Island, at a place where my worries didn't even matter. Everything was about to end. Zero. There's 8 hours left. I feel like I had a fun dream, somehow. I think it was about my childhood. Because of that, I was able to face the day with a somewhat happier feeling than usual. That's right, it's the last day, according to Monokuma. Suddenly my body shuddered. Right when I opened my eyes, I was gripping by fear that I never felt before. A fear like I had been abandoned in this world. Completely, utterly alone. With nobody left on this island. Kazuichi, Fujiko, Akane, Sonia. Like everyone was gone and I couldn't find them anywhere. I suddenly couldn't believe in anything. Like everything in this world was nothing but lies. Ah! I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. What the hell is happening? When I left my cottage, I randomly ran into
Hello
her.
there.
Ah, Hajime, good timing. Good timing? What do you mean?
See?
Remember Nagito's video message that we found at the factory? Yeah, we were doing with the bomb ruckus. What about it?
Well?
Apparently, there was more to that message inside that laptop. Huh?
Yep.
We weren't able to see it until a day or so had passed. Apparently it was locked by a timer. Did he set it up so we wouldn't be able to watch it until after the class trial? Why would he do that?
Perhaps.
Maybe Nagito planned it to leave this as a will. Nagito's will? Where is it right now? We were just planning to meet at the restaurant and watch it together. Got it. To the restaurant. Is Chapter 6 starting soon?
Yo!
Hey, you're late. Is it true? Nagito really left another message? Kneel before Miss Sonia and thank her. She was the one who found it. I was going for a walk with Gundam's hamster and I found it when I stopped by the factory.
Listen well!
A coincidence, you say? Wrong! That is the will of casually guiding you.
Huh?
Why would Miss Sonia go for a walk with Gundam? I never allow that.
Damn right!
So anyway, let's hurry up and play it. Yeah, you're right. I am so confused.
I wonder who's watching this message.
Is it the trader from Future Foundation? If so, congratulations. It looks like it ended the way I hoped it would. And the way he hoped it would?
Damn it.
Nagito was trying to kill everyone except the trader. Damn it. It was just like Monokuma said.
Hey!
So he really set up the trader as the killer? And he even tried to make them survive the trial? But why would he do that? Enough with your worthless, useless talk. It appears there's still more. What is happening? I'm so confused! What is happening? But if everyone but the trader is watching this video...
How unfortunate.
then unfortunately, I guess I lost. The outcome is the complete opposite of the hope I believe in. Well, not that it matters for me anymore. I mean, no matter what the outcome is, it doesn't matter for a dropout like
Now
me.
then.
Let's put this meaningless introduction aside and get down to business. Since I don't know who I'm talking to, I'm going to speak so that both sides will understand. First of all, you might be wondering why I did what I did. Well, I just took action after talking about it for so long. The special prize of the final death room allowed me to learn a certain truth. It would be troublesome if everyone found out, so I already disposed of that page. But anyway, I was totally surprised, I mean... The Future Foundation trader must have known that truth all along. And so, I was able to learn the truth about this world, and resolved to take action immediately. I should have made fun of Hajime. I shouldn't have made fun of Hajime. Deep down, I always wanted to be a protagonist myself. He's eating his mic. But now that I know that truth, as I look back on Monokuma's actions, I'm starting to see what he's planning. By giving us information about the island's mystery and the Future Foundation, he's raising all your hopes. But only he can lead you to an unimaginable despair. Plus, Monokuma's trying to show that despair to someone. Perhaps that someone is... seriously pissing me off. Jeez, what hope was truth? Who is Monokuma's true identity? How could they come up with a plan like that? But that's enough reflecting on the past. Let's talk about the future now. If you want to escape Monokuma's plan, there's a specific place you need to go to. The key to entering that place is that message you found in Nazumi Castle.
Well...
normally you'd need to follow a bunch of steps to enter that place. But since that message gets rid of those steps, you can just think of it as an Easter egg or something. It probably left by someone other than Monokuma or Monami. But that has nothing to do with me. You guys still think you're not gonna do a lot of other shit. I had to hide this until my plan came to an end. But I guess now's a nice to announce it, right? So then I'll announce the password. Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious? 11037? No fucking way! No fucking way! That is the password that was written in Nazumi Castle. You have to use it to enter that specific place. That's the only way you can escape Monokuma. I feel like I've been talking forever, but that's all for me. With this, my duty is finished. I believe my actions will become the future foundation of this world's hope. And if you turn your head upside down, it looks like L-E-O-N. Wait. And if that really happens, praise me. Tell the others what I've accomplished. Erect a bronze statue of me. Respect me.
Please call me the ultimate hope.
That was Nagito's final message. That 11037 number that Nagito said was the password? There's no mistaking it. That password to enter the ancient ruin.
Hey.
You better hurry. I think. Let's go before the countdown reaches 0. You're right, let's go. Where'd I go? Outside. Now it's not time to relax. Can you hurry? It's Naked Island. What the fuck is happening? 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 What the fuck is happening?
Somehow, it is quite nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Is it really safe to go inside? What's gonna be in there?
You are a boy, right?
It's so unreliable to be freaked out like that. You're a man, aren't you? There's also that countdown. There's no time to stand around.
I'm gonna do it!
Damn right. It's our last chance to get inside. I'm starting to feel nauseous from the chills, the kills.
Thanks for the food.
Ah, if you're letting me get it out, why not do it in the temporary I keep with me?
Dumbass!
Hey, now's not time to fuck around.
Master Fuyuhiko.
It's going to be alright. You don't have to worry. I will protect you, my young master. Now then, let's go forward.
Shut up.
Don't treat me like a kid.
This is your leader's order.
Believe that hope. Believe that hope lies beyond this point. That is your leader's order.
What?
What was that? I told her that you'd only understand piggy talk. I said you're cool in piggy talk.
In the name of my family.
I'm going to kill you.
Hajime.
Hajime, the password, please. Yeah, I know. Oh, do I get to type it in? 1, 1, 2, 3, 7,
It's gonna
right?
be fine.
There's no need for you to worry. The only thing that's beyond that point is a shining future. Now then, let's open the door for the future. 1, 0, 3, 7. Leon! What's up, my boy? Beyond this door, the future is waiting. A sparkling future. Now then, let's move forward. Is this the dream?
Is this a trial ground? But why am I at a trial ground?
It sure looks like a trial ground, but the vibe is way different than the one from before.
By the way,
Huh?
where did everyone go?
Everyone?
What? Something's wrong. What did I do? No, that's not it. I'm not the weird one. What's really weird is this world. Epilepsy warning? What the fuck is happening? Stage clear? If someone wanted to explain to me what the fuck just happened. Hey, that's less than the original game. You say impressive gamer's backpack. You can do this chapter real quick? No, I'm gonna just save it. It's 11. I want to go to sleep. I was at work today. I just want to sleep. Chapter? Heading into the school trip. Heading to the school trip. Chapter 0. It'd be wrong to say I was swaying from side to side. It was actually shaking rather intensely. It's quick. Okay. The room I was in, it was shaking from side to side. The shaking was quite irregular. Just when you thought it was a series of small shakes, it would suddenly shake violently. And every time that happened, I'd have to steady myself with my foot. I couldn't stand up very well, but for me, it was comforting. I never thought not knowing what to expect could be so fun. So I was feeling rather excited. But I figured I'd get bored of that feeling soon enough. That's what I was expecting. For me, a person who's loved by talent, detecting regularities among irregularities won't be that difficult. Ah, how boring.
look like ships? On the other side of the dark room, I heard a voice. It was clearly directed at me. You look like you were having fun, so I just assumed. You like ships, right? Ships? Ah, that's right. That's it. So, this is a ship. Ah, you just realized that now? Is that really funny? Hey, if you want, can we talk a little? The silence was starting to bore me. Instantly, I saw his true character. The over-familiar attitude, that friendly smile. Underneath that thin skin, I could detect a foul, offensive odor. Like some kind of hermit putrid slime. In a sensible way, of course. How should I put this? It was a small exclusive to those who were already finished. It was no exclusive. Nice to meet you. I'm Nagito. Anyway, lucky me. It's been a while since anyone was willing to talk to me. So, to share a room with a person like that, yep, I'm definitely lucky. Lucky? Ah, so that's your talent then. What a boring talent. A boring talent, huh? Well, that's exactly what it is. But for someone I'm meeting for the first time to say that so suddenly, that's because I have luck as well. Huh? Even I possess a boring talent as luck. Possesses? Huh? I'm starting to get really interested. Who are you? You're obviously from Hospi Academy too, right? You're one of us. Ah, but that's weird. This is the first time I've ever seen you. Hey, can you tell me why you're here? How'd you end up here? How boring. Ah, sorry. I'm often told I'm terrible at making conversation. Not you. This world. Huh? This world is full of boring people. People who lack talent stick together and oppresses those who possess talent. Even though they know they're insignificant, they don't try to acknowledge their true superiors. They're profoundly desperate to drag them down to their level, and because of these bastards, this world has become a deadlock. This world has stopped evolving. How boring. Well, the world is shaped by the will of the majority. It makes sense that it bends to those who lack talent. That's why they're in our present situation. Ah, perhaps does that have anything to do with the reason you're here? Boring people make no contributions to the world, not even a speck of dust. That's why my teachers taught me that a certain degree of selection must be performed. Looks like they had high expectations of you, huh? That's completely different than me. But what are you planning to do? Now that you've ended up like this, there's nothing you can do, right? Listen well. Using people is a talent, too. Now it's my turn to use that person, just like they used me in the past. That person? Are you talking about the ultimate despair? But how? I mean, they're already... I have it with me. The contributions that person left to me. Even now, it rests in my pocket. I don't know what you're talking about. Haha, I'm definitely lucky. I can't speak like it's amazing to you. Will I be able to kill her this time? The person I hate so much. Hate? Then explain your hand. Ah, this? At the end of the bandage, it's a woman's hand, right? Isn't it amazing? I can't move it, of course. I mean, it's not my hand after all. But even now, it still hasn't rotted. Maybe... Hey, maybe that means it's becoming one with me. Isn't it amazing? I successfully become one with ultimate despair, my sworn enemy. That Junko's hand? I see. So you salvage the body. You really are a boring person. Ah, I don't want you to misunderstand. I just see her as my enemy, you know? Because she's my sworn enemy, because I hate her so much. That's why I took her power, and for that I... Wait, huh? Do I hate her? Huh. That's strange. Huh. Ha 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 ha. Ah, look out the window, we're finally here. You're starting to see it too, right? That's Jabberwock Island, isn't it? Isn't it exciting? I wonder what's going to happen on the island once we get there. What's going to happen? I can already predict that what will happen. Huh? I already know because I am loved by talent. But no matter what happens, it's no concern to me. I will not be able to participate in what lies ahead. Huh? Really? I don't understand, but I guess we have to part ways for a while. That's disappointing. We seem to be getting along pretty well. Hey, can I see you again? There's no reason we'll ever meet again. After all, you are boring. Your talent, your thoughts, your entire existence is boring to me. You really don't play along, do you? Huh? Alright. Thank you guys so much for watching this stream. I'm going to save right here. What the fuck? Anyway. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all in the next one.